How do you tell a strong bargain from an unconscionable agreement? Imagine signing a contract that feels too good to be true or one that leaves you feeling uneasy after reading it. That's what we're here to figure out today. When you're making deals, especially in business startups, knowing the difference can save you from big trouble later. A strong bargain is a fair deal where both sides agree willingly and understand what they're signing. It's like a balanced scale where obligations, risks, and benefits are shared reasonably. Both parties negotiate openly and have enough information to make decisions. For example, if a startup agrees to pay $50,000 for a software license with clear delivery dates and support terms, that's a strong bargain. It's transparent and fair. On the other hand, an unconscionable agreement is so unfair that it shocks the conscience. It often involves one side exploiting the other or taking advantage of a weaker party. Think of a contract where a startup is forced to pay 10 times the normal price because of urgent circumstances, or where penalties are so harsh that they're almost impossible to meet. Courts see these contracts as unjust and may refuse to enforce them. One way to tell the difference is by looking at fairness. Does the contract distribute risks and benefits evenly? If one side bears all the risks or gets all the benefits, it's a red flag. For example, if a contract makes a startup responsible for all damages even if the fault lies with the other party, that's unfair. Next, consider whether everyone entered the agreement voluntarily. Did the startup have enough time to review the terms? Were they pressured or misled? If a startup signs a contract under duress or without understanding the details, it might be unconscionable. Clarity is also key. Are the terms easy to understand or buried in confusing language? If a contract has hidden fees, vague clauses, or overly complex legal jargon, it could be unfair. For instance, a clause that limits liability to a small print section is suspicious. Legal standards and public policy also matter. Contracts must follow the law and not go against public interests. If a deal involves illegal activities or violates consumer protection laws, courts will not enforce it. For startups, this means staying within the boundaries of contract law and regulations. Power dynamics play a role too. If one side has overwhelming bargaining power, like a big corporation versus a small startup, and uses that power to impose unfair terms, the agreement might be unconscionable. Startups should negotiate from a position of strength or seek legal advice to avoid being overpowered. To sum up, startups should always define their needs clearly before signing. Focus on key parts like payment terms, cancellation policies, and liability limits. Keep communication open and aim for win-win solutions. Use written contracts with clear language and include dispute resolution steps. When unsure, consulting a legal professional can help identify unfair terms and protect your business. By paying attention to fairness, voluntariness, clarity, legal compliance, and power balance, you can tell a strong bargain from an unconscionable agreement. This knowledge helps your startup grow on solid legal ground and avoid risky, unfair deals.